Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's doing well today. It's End Time Watchman. I've had a lot of people asking me to stick around for a little bit longer, do a few things, and so I prayed and prayed and prayed about it, and I tell you, God ain't told me either way. So I started out and said if one person got saved, that I would, count this a victory. And there's been many, many, many people that come to Jesus, and I give God the glory. I don't receive none of it and don't want any of it. But I'm gonna stick around a couple more days, a few more days. We'll see what happens. And but I am being very active locally. We got a Second Amendment Club meeting tomorrow, and working locally and dealing with some stuff on Planned Parenthood. There's some people out there that are doing 24-hour vigils and stop the abortion and all, and we're trying to get active with those, and just a lot of stuff. But in any event, I do want to thank all of you for opening up your hearts and opening up your houses to me, and allowing me to come into your homes through the YouTube channel. But it is dead. YouTube's dead. They lie, man, and they hold views back and ratings and everything else, and that's fine, though. I mean, we already know it's about over with, but while the door's still open, we'll keep doing what we can do, or I will for just a brief window. But in any event, today I want to talk to you about several things, so I don't know what I'll name this, but try to keep it brief. Haha, yeah, that's real funny. End time, 6-part series last time. But in any event, I'm talking to you today about what took place over there when the foreign usurper went over there and bowed down and licked the queen's boots and everything, and licked her heels and worshipped her. That's basically what he did. He bowed and worshipped the queen. Okay? And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, American patriots, Second Amendment lovers, America's come full circle, hadn't she? She left there because of tyranny, but yet she's adopted the very tyrannical things that she left there so that her people could have freedom. Now we see this ungodly usurper is over there licking the heels and bowing down, and then she's saying, "Get him out of my face," and no one's, "Get him out of here. This is good. He's worshiped me." So America's come full circle and back to the tyranny that the Founding Fathers fought to make sure that you and I could be away from. And it's a sad day. It's a sad day for America, not for them, because they're all in the same boat. They're all worshiping the same Lucifer. Their Luciferian tactics are daily operational. And but in any event, I'm going to get to a certain person here in a minute, but I want to read something to you first. If we love wealth better than liberty, tranquility of servitude better than animating contest of freedom, go home from us in peace. We ask not your counsels or your arms. Crouch down and lick the very hands that feed you. May your chains set lightly upon you. May posterity forget that you were our countrymen. I'm going to read it again. If we love wealth better than liberty, the tranquility of servitude better than animating contest of freedom, go home from us in peace. We ask not your counsels or your arms. Crouch down and lick the very hands and the feet that feed you. May your chains set lightly upon you, and may posterity forget that you were ever our own countrymen. That's a quote from Samuel Adams. But that's about the easiest way I know how to make it plain and respond over and over to these people that despise liberty and freedom, the pursuit of happiness, that they glory in chains and bondage and servitude, and they glory in taking from what another person earned so that they or someone else can have it that didn't earn it. That is not right, but it is totally wrong. Now, to get to a point that I wanted to get to mainly today, there's a woman by the name of Michelle, Bachmann, Bachman, from Minnesota. I want to say something real quick, and this is This is based on what she said and based on fact. I think she may be a Republican. Don't quote me on it. If she is, she needs to quit that and become an independent because she spoke an independent voice. But she had some things to say on different talk shows and other things that, you know, and look, I've looked at a lot of videos, over 3,000 and something or whatever on YouTube, and I watched a lot of stuff, you know, pertaining to freedom and who's for freedom and everything. But, you know, I don't know but two men that are as brave and resolute as she is that have spoken out. Okay? But Michelle Bachman from Minnesota has very well declared, and the video about her is on my favorites, at the top of my favorites. You get a chance to look at it, I'd appreciate it. But warning, it's got two friggin' stupid liberals on it, okay? Two idiots, Keith Olbermann and Jonathan Alter. And if you look up both of them's past, and I looked it up, they're both against the Second Amendment. They're both against the Constitution. They despise and hate freedom, okay? But they love lies, and they love to twist the Constitution. And as you watch that video that's on my favorites at the top of the list, you'll see that idiot, that half-bald-headed idiot, that communist Bill Clinton bootlicker, he was very close. He's one of the closest reporters to Clinton. Okay, he literally tingles just like Matthews and them do at the very word of Obama. He literally tingles and begins to worship him. So we know where they stand, okay? But they've come out and viciously attacked her and even pondered the thought of having her locked up because of her freedom of speech and quoting the Constitution and talking about the Founding Fathers. Now that is very troubling to me, that we as American citizens would sit there and not have a voice and wouldn't opine and use our freedom of speech to rebuke such garbage as this. It's very troubling. You know, I was going to town with a 46-year Navy veteran of mine. Me and him were going to town today, and honestly, I mean, we have come and drawn to a conclusion of this. A private individual that does individual research, okay, and reads books, looks at alternative media, okay, does research to find the facts out, they are the only thing left alive in America. Now, let me say this real candidly and straightforward without reservation. The mass American public is stupid and ignorant and asleep, and they don't want the truth. They'd rather believe a lie and be damned than they had to swallow their pride and stand up and say, you know what, I was believing that lie, but now I'm going to stand for truth. They won't do it. The public will not do it. And that brings me to my main point about Michelle Bachman from Minnesota. No. I mean none. Okay? Yeah, plenty of people have jabbered and gibbered about this, that, and the other on the so-called Republican side and independent side and all that. And let me say again, I'm neither Republican or Democrat. I'm a free man. That means I'm free. I don't believe in the party crap, okay? It's useless as tits on a boar hog. But let me get to my point. She has done more to fight for her country by coming out and publicly stating those facts than most men I've seen on YouTube, or that I've seen on alternative media, or the friggin' mainstream media. Because they're paid off and they're in the boys club, so they can't rattle the cage, okay? Because a rattlesnake might bite them, if you get what I'm saying. Dang, I was going to do one part. Part 2 coming up.